In a very similar way to the recent gorgeous example of an Audi RS5, which we had in our Prestige collection, this is another very, very special car, and one which in future is without question going to only increase in desirability, in demand, and certainly is, if not already is, you could say, a collector's piece. One of Audi's finest modern performance cars in an all-round sense, and of course, it has that 2.5 litre engine here in TTRS Plus form, so more horsepower, more torque, even better performance, and a truly fantastic history and spec sheet behind it. The most fantastic thing, as always though, is of course the value. This vehicle was, when new in 2013, thanks to its baseline spec also being a plus and all of those optional extras, a £55,000 car. Now though, with still barely 44,000 miles on the clock, which for reference is 15,000 less than the average for one of these on the market, is now under £20,000. And that is with a full main agent and specialist service history behind it. In fact, it was most recently serviced barely over 100 miles ago. It has an MOT until April of 2026, with of course no advisories at all, and in fact, this car's MOT history has no advisories whatsoever every single year. It was owned by a previous enthusiast who has only given up the car due to poor health, and it has been doted on. It was incredibly well spec'd, and speaking of its spec, let's discuss it right now. The first thing which stands out is of course its colour scheme. It has carbon accenting on the mirrors, the engine bay, a variety of other locations as well, the fuel cap for example. Its interior is finished with black perforated leather, and there's a hint of purple under certain lighting conditions to its metallic panther black exterior. It is a stunning looking car, and anyone who knows their Audi TTs knows just how special the RS already is, let alone an RS Plus, such as this example is. And of course, with that combination of flappy paddles and the DSG gearbox, it not only sounds fantastic, thanks to both the gearbox and that 2.5 litre engine, here in 355 horsepower form, up from around 330 in their base form, and 343 foot-pounds of torque. And when you combine that more compact size which the TT has, with of course that Quattro all-wheel drive system, what that means in practice is a 4-second 0 to 60 time. This is literally a supercar level performer in terms of not only acceleration but top speed as well. In fact, the limiter has also been raised to 174 miles an hour, so it really is supercar territory in terms of straight line performance. But being a TT, it is incredible through corners as well, amazingly forgiving, huge amounts of grip. Of course, it's not just about performance though. Being an Audi, it is very well spec'd. It has that Alcantara headliner, it has built-in cruise control, Bluetooth, and of course voice activation on its sound system, incidentally upgraded to a full Bose sound system. It has Audi's very well-known magnetic ride system, which of course can stiffen up in sport mode and give you even better cornering, but at the push of a button, quite literally, gets softer, releases that magnetism, and has a smoother ride for normal driving. In addition to that carbon pack, which we referenced earlier on, it also has a black pack, of course built-in climate control, sat-nav. Across the board, it is a vehicle which totally justifies the price it was when new, and quite frankly these days is an absolute steal for under £20,000, a literal supercar level machine, but with daily driver usability. And speaking to that usability, thanks to the fantastic efficiency of that 2.5 engine combined with the DSG gearbox, you can average over 30 miles to the gallon in one of these, and as high as 45 on a motorway run. And of course, although fuel economy would not be the be-all and end-all, it is very nice to have that advantage if you can. And as always, of course, in addition to that already fantastic price tag of under £20,000, it is still available with low deposit finance if you did want to spread out the cost. If then you are looking for something tremendously quick, perhaps you have been scouting for a TT RS, or even more specifically an RS Plus such as this one, well, they are becoming harder to find, and certainly in this kind of condition, with this sort of mileage and history behind it, it is a perfect collector's car, but also for someone who wants to use it, take it to shows, perhaps to track days, or just use it as a more than fast enough daily driver, that's for sure. So of course, if you would like to reach out regarding it, you could send us an email to the address shown here on screen, or of course give us a call on 01749 871 155, or alternately on our mobile number of 07482 267 439.